My name is Minister Julie Emakbo. Before now, I was a banker. I'd worked with one of the banks in Nigeria for like 12 years before God called me and gave me the mandate or the assignment for the white worship. I left banking like 2012 and I was trying to plot a roadmap for my own personal business. Then God says, I have an assignment for you. Gather people to worship me. So that's how it came about. Yeah, it started in 2012, like I said. I took time to go and pray for the kind of business to do, the next path for my life, So I just took out time, went to Canaan land, where I'll be separated from people to just get a clear picture of what I wanted to do. But before I could finish that, I had God, He said, I want you to gather people to worship me. I didn't understand it then. He now gave me a scripture. I just realized I opened to that scripture, Revelation 7:9-11, that talks about the vision that He had told me about. And everything was just clear. Revelation 7:9-11 says, after this I beheld a great multitude of all nations, of all tribes, of all kindreds, of all tongues. They were gathered before the throne. They were all decked in white and they were worshiping. And He said, this is the assignment I have for you. So that was how the white worship started. So when I left that place and when I got back home, I spoke to someone who was in my church. I was like, this is what God has put in my heart. I've never been in the choir. I've never sang. I don't know what do re mi is. And I asked him, why I'm not the one who's qualified for this vision. And he said, if I give you a vision, I qualify you. I don't call those that are qualified. I'm your qualification. I'm the one who qualifies you. And I said, I just left banking. I don't even have money to run. I'm just trying to plot a path for my life. And you're giving me an assignment. Definitely this assignment is going to cost provision. And he said, if I give you a vision, I will make the provision. So the white worship started in 2012 with about 24 people in my house. We just gathered. And as I was telling people to wear white, I was like, oh, they hope they're not going to say this is another Aladura church. But I just realized they bought into it. And we started like that, 2012 in my house in Ikota. 24 worshipers. We just put some equipment and instruments and we just worshipped. So that was how I started. And I remember that day when one of the people that came were leaving, he said, oh, I don't see this ending here. It's going out. I just laughed. Because I thought it was just a one-off assignment, but I didn't know it was something that was going to take my life, take the passion, and take everything. Like I said, it was an inspiration from God. It was an assignment. It was not a personal thing I wanted to do. I already had a plot for what I wanted to do in my life, how I wanted to travel around the world, be an interior decor and all that, but sometimes God has a different plan for us. So my inspiration actually comes from God. Like I told you, it started in 2012 in my house. So after that, I lost my peace. I kept hearing, take this out, take this out. I was just like, how? I don't have the wherewithal. They said, take it out. So after the first one we had in my house in 2012, we had another program, White Worship Experience. And we used to call it a White Worship Concert in Comfort Hall somewhere in Ado Road. The number of people that came tripled what I had in my house. So we had about 60-something people. And it was something different because in church, I realized we don't really have enough time to really worship Him. A lot of other activities take time. And the Bible says He seeks people to worship Him. And says now the time has come where the true worshipers worship Father and the Spirit and the truth. So that was how we started. And and when God gave me the vision, He said we should also reach out to the less privileged. The white worship vision is in 3 dimensions. Outreach, which is worship. Outreach to the people, go He into the world. And inreach, which is to the people that He has given me to work with. I have a formidable team of people who are music directors in their churches, musicians, instrumentalists, and all that. So it's a 3-way vision. Outreach, which is worship. Outreach, we go out to the less privileged. We visit orphanages. We go out to reach out to widows. We go out to reach out to the people that are hurting out there. We preach the message of faith and succor. We worship with them. Then we reach out to them to meet their needs. So that arm of it is taken care of by the White Worship Foundation, which is also under the White Worship Commission. Okay, we started the White Worship 2012. We've been able to have White Worship in Port Harcourt. 4 years ago, one of the biggest Catholic church in Delta State had a White Worship program experience, brought out of our vision of what we do. We've been able to take it to Port Harcourt. So our upcoming project, we have Otukpo coming. We're planning Kenya and Ghana for next year. And last year we had in Brazil. We had a lot of projects. Then we have our outreaches quarterly. We just pick a community. There was a time we were in Takwa Bay to reach out to hundreds of widows. We've been to Orca for the outreach, so that's what we do. Well, it's a project I'm working on. I'm writing. I don't want to disclose the title because presently I'm talking to my publishers on how we're going to get this project out. It's a book I'm writing. It's an inspirational stuff that talks about your character, vision, talks about integrity, who you are, and what God has put in your heart to do. So it's something that's still in the burner, so I don't want to give so much information about it yet, but it's something you should look out for. The book should be out before the end of this year, and it's going to be a blockbuster, trust me. I wouldn't say that we've not had challenges. We've had people come in and maybe leaving the team. You have to find new people to fill in. God has actually met all our needs in propagating this mandate. The challenge, I would say, is to be able to take it out to the nations of the world, because it's not just about Nigeria or Africa. It's a mandate that transcends for all nations. When I was in Brazil, I remember he was telling me, I saw 12 candles, and he said this mandate is going to 12 nations of the world. And I'm beginning to ask me, in Lekki, how am I going to take it? Or, for me, it may be a challenge, but for God, it's not, right? Because I'm thinking, am I going to take this thing to America? But I just realized that doors are opening, things are coming up, and if God says a thing, it actually brings it to pass. God has actually blessed the team or the commission with a set of people who are very sound musically, who are worshippers. And the thing is, we don't pay them. It's something they do. They've decided to be a part of the vision and run with it. You know what money is now in the world today. People don't have money. If they're not going to have money in their pocket in what they're doing for you, they're not interested. But I just realized I have a set of people who are running with this vision. They believe in it and they're owning it. So they're unique in a way. And we're like family. It's not just about doing the worship or doing outreaches. We reach out to our people when they have their needs, when they have their ceremonies. We make sure that we are there for them. We are a family. Guy here who works with me, I think he visited you guys first and said, there's a nice place I've seen. And I said, okay. It should send me some pictures, actually. I was actually swept off my feet, but I said, okay, seeing is believing. So I think he packaged this all together, and I said, okay. When immediately I entered here, I was like, wow, I know I've been to other studios. There's something different about this place. There's God is in here. It's a beautiful place. It's well set up. I see a lot of money has been committed into making this place together. But I am very, very impressed. Our media handles are White Worship 1, because we started the vision. We are the vision. And we're replicating what is in heaven here on earth. Then for my own personal handle, I still have my life outside White Worship. I am Minister Julie. You can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's Minister Julie Emapo.